If you stand before the Colosseum today, gazing up at its ancient arches and battered facade, a single question inevitably arises. Where did half of this legendary monument go? The southern side is conspicuously absent. Gone are the towering walls of gleaming travertine, the elegant tiers that once soared above cheering crowds. Instead, you see open sky and the exposed skeleton of what was once the grandest amphitheater of the Roman Empire. The missing half of the Colosseum is not merely a tale of ruin or neglect. It is a story of civilization consuming itself, of ingenuity and necessity locked in a centuries-long struggle between preservation and survival. When the Colosseum first opened its doors in 80 CE, under the patronage of Emperor Titus, it was a statement of technological supremacy. Roman engineers had pushed the boundaries of what was architecturally possible. 4 stories of precisely cut stone, each level crowned by a different order, Doric, Ionic, Corinthian, and the ornate composite, formed a seamless oval that could seat up to 50,000 spectators. Beneath the arena, a labyrinth of corridors, chambers, and elevators allowed for the spectacular choreography of gladiators, wild beasts, and even staged naval battles. The Colosseum was more than a venue. It was a microcosm of Rome's technological prowess, an embodiment of order, spectacle, and imperial ambition. But history is rarely kind to monuments, especially when the world around them changes. In the centuries following the fall of Rome, the city itself shrank to a shadow of its former glory. Earthquakes struck, first in 847 CE, then again in 1231 CE, unleashing forces that cracked stone and shattered the Colosseum's southern walls. Yet the destruction wrought by nature only set the stage for a far stranger chapter. The Romans who inherited the ruins did not see a symbol to be restored. They saw a mountain of ready-made building material. With the imperial administration gone, Rome's population dwindled, its wealth evaporated. The Papal States, rulers of the city, faced urgent needs and limited resources. In this new reality, practicality trumped reverence. The Colosseum became the city's quarry, its stones harvested with a methodical precision that would have shocked the ancient engineers who built it. Iron clamps were pried from the masonry and melted down. Lead pipes were extracted from the drainage system, and most significantly, the travertine blocks, the very bones of the structure, were carefully removed and carted away. This was not haphazard pillaging. Medieval Romans approached the Colosseum with the organization of a mining operation. Stone was a scarce commodity, and the amphitheater's blocks, already cut and shaped to exacting standards, were invaluable. If you know where to look in Rome today, you can trace the journey of these stones, walk the steps of St. Peter's Basilica, admire the walls of the Palazzo di Venezia, or enter the majestic St. John Lateran. The stones beneath your feet may once have echoed with the roar of the Colosseum's crowds. The irony is profound. Material from a monument built to glorify imperial Rome and entertain the masses was now serving as the foundation for Christian cathedrals and papal palaces. The arena where early Christians had faced martyrdom became the literal building blocks for the religion that would eventually dominate the city. The transformation was not only practical, but symbolic, a tangible assertion that Christian Rome had triumphed over its pagan past. Yet the story was not merely one of religious rivalry or resourcefulness. The systematic dismantling of the Colosseum reveals a fascinating intersection of technological discovery and loss. As medieval workers deconstructed the amphitheater, they encountered remnants of Roman engineering that were beyond their own capabilities. They marveled at the iron clamps and lead mortar that held the stones together, at the sophisticated drainage system that could clear the arena in minutes, at the remnants of the Great Valarium, a retractable awning system that shaded tens of thousands. In their quest for materials, they inadvertently destroyed technological secrets that would not be understood again for centuries. The Colosseum's fate is echoed across the Roman world. Other imperial monuments suffered similar transformations. The Theater of Marcellus became a fortress and noble residence. Hadrian's mausoleum was reborn as the formidable Castel Sant'Angelo. Only the Pantheon, sanctified early as a Christian church, survived largely intact. The cycle was clear. Monuments that found new uses were preserved. Those that did not were cannibalized for their resources. But the Colosseum's adaptation did not stop at stone quarrying. For centuries, its hollowed shell became a living district. Families erected homes amid the ruins, shops and taverns filled the arches, workshops operated in the underground chambers. The Frangipani family turned part of the amphitheater into a fortress. The arena floor, once a bloody stage for gladiators, became a garden where residents grew vegetables. The Colosseum was not a dead relic. It was a vibrant neighborhood, a testament to the ability of people to reshape the legacy of the past for the needs of the present. All the while, its technological marvels were being slowly erased. Medieval Romans, unable to fully comprehend the engineering genius of their ancestors, dismantled systems they could not replicate. The elevators and pulleys that had lifted beasts and performers into the arena became iron for tools and weapons. The drainage systems, once able to flood the arena for staged naval battles, were stripped for lead. With each block removed, a piece of Roman know-how vanished into the city's new architecture. The final reckoning came in the 18th century, when Pope Benedict XIV declared the Colosseum a sacred site in honor of Christian martyrs. This act, driven by religious reverence rather than historical preservation, finally put an end to centuries of quarrying. What remained was protected, but the damage was done. The southern half was irrevocably lost, its stones scattered throughout Rome. Modern archaeology has painstakingly mapped the devastation. Ground-penetrating radar and digital reconstructions reveal the full oval that once enclosed the arena, a stark contrast to the broken shell we see today. Foundations and seating arrangements lie buried beneath centuries of debris, offering tantalizing glimpses of what once was. Yet, the missing half of the Colosseum is not entirely lost. As old buildings are renovated and foundations dug, ancient Roman blocks continue to surface, hidden within the city's medieval and Renaissance structures. The Colosseum's legacy is woven throughout Rome, a silent witness to the city's endless cycle of destruction and renewal. What does this story teach us? It is a lesson in the fragility of heritage, the impermanence of even the greatest achievements. The Colosseum's missing half is a visible testament to the choices made by generations who could not foresee what would be valued centuries later. It reminds us that technological progress is not linear, that knowledge can be lost as easily as it is gained, and that every act of recycling or adaptation carries a cost. Most of all, the Colosseum's vanished stones invite us to wonder, what hidden secrets lie within the monuments we take for granted today? What marvels have we overlooked, dismantled, or repurposed in the name of progress? The answers may be scattered all around us, in the walls, the steps, the very fabric of the cities we inhabit. The story of the Colosseum is not just about what has vanished, but about what endures and about the mysteries waiting to be revealed beneath the surface of history.